officials have said that the awarding of a bid for a hardened homeless shelter would be last week. Tenorio said he anticipates an announcement, hopefully today. We now bring in Tomas Manglotnio with the latest from the CNMI. Good morning, Tomas.
Good morning, Bree and Chris. Here's the latest making news in the Northern Marianas. Yesterday, the Resources, Economic Development, and Programs Committee meeting was held at the Senate. Among a laundry list of bills, one discussed was House Bill 21-112 to authorize a freeze on rent increases, evictions, and foreclosures during a declared state of emergency or major disaster and for other purposes. Here's Senator Sixto Igasomar's discussion. Take a listen.
Thank you, Chairman. And looking at the Attorney General's comment, I think I just got reminded that yes, we did file this bill in the Senate, a similar bill, and the only reason why we backed out in moving forward was because of the amount of resources we'll be needing, because just as the AG has alluded to in this bill, we were to be challenging ongoing current contracts and what do we do with them when there's contract issues. And so I'm not, the thing is, I wanted to make it clear that for us, whether supporting this bill or not does not mean that we are not listening to the need of our community, but that the question of the governor does have emergency state of declaration when he would state that there's freeze on these items. And to try and put a bill together with such details on it will, again, most for me, injure rights of the tenant and rights of the landlords, which I think requires a lot more analysis than just simply passing this bill without proper public hearing or more further analysis to make sure we can be able to, because it would be kind of useless if we pass this and then somebody's already in a contract and the contract four corners prevents us from telling them what to do. So that's why it kind of became, back then when the Senate was discussing the bill and the AG comment relative to the same bill, it made it where it's kind of okay at the moment where we rely on the governor's emergency declaration to state this price freeze and freeze on this, and then we let the system handle that because it gets overly complicated. So I agree, similarly to Senator JQ and you, Chair, we can get more analysis on this.
And later today, the House Committee on Federal Assistance and Disaster-Related Funding will be meeting around 10 a.m. at the Speaker's conference room. They're going to discuss some controversial COVID-19 government contracts and possible pay for cabinet members, among other issues. And a quick travel update, operational update from Star Marianas Air. According to their new flight schedules between Saipan and Rota, they'll be operating an additional mid-morning and afternoon scheduled flight between the islands, Saipan and Rota, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays now. The flight will be in addition to the current morning and afternoon flights on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Bring Chris, that's the latest making news here in the CNMI.
Thanks, Tomas. The Guam Election Commission will meet on Friday to go over the list of candidates that have filed for candidacy in the upcoming primary election. In the senatorial race, there are 16 Republican candidates and 16 Democrat candidates. On the Republican side of the ballot, at least that have filed so far, we have